is the rig. How do you manage this? The excavator is officially finished. That's what I have to show. That's what you're gonna get. I'm sorry, I forgot you.
Taking out weed trees.
Welcome back to Todd Family Farm. Today is Monday, so first off, if my voice sounds off, it's because we've been sick, and I think the first of us that got it was like middle of last week, but I just got it yesterday, so yesterday I think was the worst of it. I'm feeling a little bit better today, but still a little bit, just not quite back to normal, still a little under the weather, so if my voice sounds off, that's why. But we have some excitement going on today. We are going to hopefully get started in the field. So we're also going to be working on finishing up the excavator, but we just got back from barn chores, and Dad and Lemuel have gotten the 9100 and the sunflower, our vertical tillage implement, and then they also got the 8100 and the planter out. So let me show you what we got going on. Here we are. It is starting to feel like spring. Almost every day this week is supposed to be up to 80, which I am so excited about. And we are gonna hopefully get started in the field. It's finally dried off enough, and we have a good enough forecast that we're gonna start with some spring tillage. So that is our main tillage tool right there. Then we have the 8100 and 16-row planter out. Another project we're hoping to get on this week is to get beet juice put in the front tires of the 81 to help weigh it down, because that planter, it is very back heavy when it's on the 81, so we're going to just get some weight in the front tires. That should be getting done tomorrow, but that is what's going on today. So very excited to be getting in the field, and hopefully that will go well. Okay, here is the rig, looking good, nice and clean. Cleaned her up and greased everything before we put it away last year, so should be in good shape. So we're doing now, we got to take the safety pins out of there. That keeps it from falling down when it's parked. Getting all the hydraulic hoses figured out. Okay, Papa and Lemuel are in the 91, and they are going down in this little field, so we just came down to see how things are going, check the quality, and make sure it's looking good. So there's the before and after. Alright everybody, let me give you guys an update. So Papa and Lemuel are down there in that field. They're actually almost finished with it. It's just like 20 acres or so. Once they finish with that, they're actually going to go up to the field that we're renting this year. I think it's like 60 acres, and they're going to work on getting that disked up. So we went up there and checked on it. It's a river bottom ground, so we wanted to make sure it was dry enough, and it is. So after they finish that field, they're going to head up there and work on that. They're getting along good. The ground is working up really well. So next thing we're going to do is work on this excavator. If you've been following along, we've been rebuilding the undercarriage. We've got one side of the tracks done. We got the swivel rebuilt in the middle. Now we got to finish this side. We got everything done on it except putting the track pads back on the track rail. So me and Emma are going to be working on that. We're going to get to work. And we are done. Nice. How do you manage this? What are you doing? All right, well, Poppy, the biggest ewe lamb, the fattest ewe lamb, decided that she needs to get up in the hay ring, which she always does this once it gets low enough, but usually she waits until she can get back out again, but it's still pretty full, and she's up here, so I have to assist her in getting out. So here we go. Hi. My Pippi. Come here. There we go. And she's out. Alright, it has been a while since I gave you guys an update, so we're over here to do afternoon chores. It is actually like 2 o'clock now. Dad took some lunch up to Papa and Lemuel. They're working on that field that we're going to rent, and they're getting along good, he said, so that is good. We're over here to do afternoon chores, so I got the sheep pinned up, helped Poppy escape from the hay ring, and we are also, while we're over here, we're going to be castrating the newest calf, so the red cow hatter calf, if you've been following along in previous videos, and it's a bull, so we're going to castrate him while we're over here. Okay, we're trying to catch the calf. We are back home now. I didn't take much footage of actually castrating the calf because I had to help. He was a little bit older than we like when we actually castrated him, so he was very spunky, did not want to be caught, and his mama was not happy at all when we did catch him, and she was mean. So we had to get him into the barn just so we could do it without her trying to kill us. And we got him castrated though. He's turned back out with his mama now, so he's doing good. But it is beautiful outside. I am in short sleeves, no jacket. It is beautiful. I'm close to breaking a sweat. It's very nice. Okay, next job for today is tightening up the bolts on the excavator. So going through with the big 1-inch impact now, and we're going to get them nice and tight, and that will be about it. They're out there working on that. I'm gonna be working on getting these tools put away because over the course of the past couple weeks that we've been working on this excavator, it's just become a mess in here with all the tools that we've been using and boxes and all that stuff. So I'm gonna work on getting this cleaned up. Dad finished up tightening the tracks, so the excavator is officially finished and ready for any work that we need it to do. So really happy to have that job done. And then he went and got out the 16-row planter. So this is going to be our next project, and we're going to be working on this and getting it ready for planting season. Alright, slight change of plans. So we're a little bit all over the place today. I apologize if this vlog is a little bit chaotic, but some days that's just how our days are. And I just show you guys real life. So that's what I have to show. That's what you're gonna get. So a little bit chaotic today, but we got the planter up, we got it around. And now, since the excavator is ready to go, we are gonna take it down, and I'm not completely sure which field we're going to, maybe the 30-acre field, and we're gonna start tearing out trees. So that is the plan. I'm not sure what time it is, but we are gonna start tearing up trees. First, we're gonna get the excavator fueled up. Okay, everybody, we're getting ready to go. Then I realized that I have to feed the lamb before I go. Almost forgot his 4 o'clock feeding, so you can hear him. He is freaking out. It's 4:18, so we're close enough to 4 o'clock, right? Bottle is made. Hopefully he's not too mad at me. Yes, I'm sorry, I forgot you. Okay, he's happy now. Look at that little tail wagging.
It is a different day now, but plans changed on that day, so it turned out Dad didn't think that he needed another tractor or any other people down there for pulling out trees, at least to get started, so he just took the excavator down, pulled out a few trees along the fence line, took down some trees, and then was done for the day. So me and Emma just went inside since there wasn't anything else for us to do. So plans changed, and that's how it goes sometimes. But first of all, before we end the video, I want to answer a couple questions about the sinkhole that we found in the last video. So here's where the sinkhole is. So we had a couple questions about it in the last video, so I thought I would just come out here and answer it real quick. One question was, is it near any buildings? It's right here by our house, but it's out in the yard ways. And then other people wanted to know what causes sinkholes. So this one, we are pretty sure was like a well or a cistern from the house and homestead that was here before our house. So, like, when Papa and Granny moved up here from North Carolina, there was a well or cistern here, and then whenever it got filled in, it just settled, and a sinkhole came. So, that's how it got there, we're pretty sure. We just filled it in with some dirt, and because it was a perfect circle and had, like, rock around it, so it really looked like a well or cistern or something. So that is what we think of that, but just wanted to come on here and show you guys that and answer a few questions about it. Now I want to show you a little monologue that Dad did. So some people don't like to see us tearing out trees along fence lines and stuff and clearing out trees. So Dad did a little monologue explaining kind of why we do it. So you guys can go watch that.
We just wanted to explain about cleaning out fence rows. So we try to keep our fence rows clean, and we've got some fence rows that are way behind. Well, it takes a lot to get them caught back up, and typically you try to keep a fence line clean. So if they're way behind, you have big trees, and then people see you ripping out big trees, and they're like, "What's he doing, destroying nice trees?" And the reality is, they're not nice trees. They are way detrimental to crop because they shade the crop, steal sun, and steal water, and they actually put out tannins that are bad on the crop, and you can't get close to the fence to keep the fence maintained or to harvest. So fence lines need to stay clean. To stay clean, we rip out trees. Some people feel like killing any tree is bad. I don't. I want to be a good steward of this earth and a good steward of the ground that the Lord has us in charge of. And part of that is taking out weed trees where they shouldn't belong. But, you know, it does come with an attitude that you go over here and you offset that. So in my mind, I like to plant and have planted as many trees as we destroy. And yes, we destroy trees. Is destroying trees bad? No, not necessarily in and of itself. I hate to see, you know, a 150-year-old bur oak get cut down for no reason. You know, I would not want to do that. We hate seeing majestic trees in good spots either die or get destroyed for no reason, or get destroyed in a storm. But the point is there's a place for trees, and there's a place where there should be no trees. Fence lines aren't the place for trees. Over here on rough ground, that's the place for trees. Creek lines and field edges that are wildlife prone, that's where we like to see trees. We harvest trees, or we plant trees, we cultivate trees, and we make trees grow there. So it's important to, like I say, some places should have trees, some places shouldn't. And just know that we offset our destruction of trees with cultivating trees in appropriate spots, because we love habitat. I mean, we're trying to establish quail, for Pete's sake. Quail have to have a habitat. We create that habitat where the quail ought to be, and then we destroy it off of these fence lines, because trees destroy fences.
I hope that answered some of your questions and helps you to understand why we do it. So that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time.